I can't believe it actually works. I'm stunned. I'm not sure if I'm going to make sure. I don't know if it's going to work from this point forward. But hi. Let's find out if it's working. Always a thrill to see if I'm an idiot or not. Hi. So how are you doing? How's everybody out there? I'm sure nobody's watching me. I completely did not plan this at all, other than to wake up and, well, I didn't smell the coffee, but whatever. Oh my God, it says I'm live. Oh my God, it's there. Cool. Okay, great. Now the next thing I have to figure out how to do is to play my content. Play my little whatever, my performance art in a way that doesn't get me thrown into prison, which would be a real downer. I really don't want to do it. I don't know. It's not what I feel like doing today or any day, frankly. And I remember a long time ago somebody speaking about what a challenge it is to like go live and how much struggle there is to go live, even when you're not engaged in record amounts of malfeasance. It's still kind of dicey. Excuse me. Let's see. Where's this? And I remember hearing him mumbling and bumbling and not making. He didn't want dead air because he's from the radio business, whatever, and he understood what dead air meant, etc. And okay, that's older content. That's not what I want to do. I want to do something else. I want to do the newer stuff that I just did today, and I didn't even finish it all because I wanted to make sure that it was not messed up because someone complained about getting a headache last time. Okay, wait, I think I got it. Okay, now if this is going to work, that'll be great. I'll never have to work again. Oh my God. Not that this isn't work, but share. Okay. Oh my God. It's there. Wow. Okay, maybe it'll work. We're going to find out by going muting that and then pushing this and then. Hi, it's Jack. I'm a star. Happy birthday to. I don't know what her name is. I'm sure it's something beautiful, like she herself. Last time I saw her, she was about to go snorkeling with an angel to an island that was then nuked. At least that was the impression I got. And then shortly thereafter, I met my mother, who was married to my, I'm going to say lover, her son, who was looking wickedly saturnine. Frankly, I couldn't see a nicer match for my mother, the Grand Archlick Queen, or Lark. I don't know. Mom does a bunch of stuff after she dies.
It works.
I don't know about that at all. Well, that's not really true. I mean, I knew something, but the fact that she came and appeared to be reincarnated as a scullery maid, that made sense, considering. I think she played fast and loose with some rolling debts. The thing about dying and owing money is that the people who owe money, they want that money. They do. And some of it's reclaimable, some of it isn't. And how this actually works in a situation like this is beyond my capacity to understand. Who we got? Moment of truth. They feel like you lonely and need them. Yeah. I'm pretty lonely. But I don't need anybody at the moment. I have all of you. Hi YouTube. You're still the official partner of the Magic and Bitch Broadcasting Network. Except it's not a bitch broadcast. No, it's Magic and, I'm going to say here, B Content Delivery Network. We don't want to, speaking as the royal we as I am, we are not terribly amused. We are flabbergasted at the shenanigans that you pewdlings get up to. It's remarkable. Remarkable. They're alive for 80 years. They have a kid for, how many of them? How old was I when my mom died? Line. Math. Okay, she died in 2015. And I was born in 73. So you carry the one to do whatever. I was in my 40s. I wasn't 50 yet because I hadn't achieved apotheosis yet, which I did when I was 50.
Apotheosis, by the way, for kids. Kids, if you want to achieve apotheosis before age 50, good luck. Probably not gonna happen. But if you do, cool. I can see you down at the club later. Most of you don't know what apotheosis is, even though it's painted on the roof or it's painted on the ceiling of the Capitol dome, like it's the Vatican or the whatever. That's what they did back in the day. They had so much fucking free time. They could climb a ladder and paint things on ceilings. Man, imagine coming home from work after a long day of calculating numbers and doing that. So, where was I all this? Oh yeah, happy birthday to somebody. I'm sure it's a bunch of birthdays today. There's another birthday in a week. That's a different somebody, I think. What's this now? Oh, you're welcome. I mean, well, actually, that's not the right thing to say. What is the appropriate thing to say to an actual apology? I mean, that was as good as that kid gets. That's the peak apex apology from him, which I'm actually very gratified by. And I'll tell you this: I was going to do a whole hour of talking about how awesome you are, and I just smoked some weed and went back to bed instead. I figured I wasn't high enough, and I do plan on extolling your virtues in a way that's going to help you get laid, because you need that, both help and getting laid. But not today. It might be a little while. You know, flowers grow at the rate that they grow, Poppy, and they sometimes grow in ways that people don't expect. And gardeners and botanists and other horticulturists, stay in school, kids. Stay in school. Stay in kid school or whatever. If you ever want to become a horticulturist, you're going to want to learn how to speak English properly. Not all of us do. Some of us take a long time. I like how you speak. Oh, I don't either. I think it was the other guys. I'll get now. Oh, right on. All right, kid. Here's the problem. You've been now, Ben. If you looked like that, yeah, I probably would find your clit for you. But nevertheless, I'm not going to give you that lesson. There's only so much fathering I can do in place of your real dad, who, as we know, couldn't find the clit to save his life. Okay, that calls for a rim shot. That wasn't a very good joke. Sorry, guy. That was kind of rude. Some of the people I'm addressing in this call, some of the people I'm addressing in this statement, which I'm not making under oath, thankfully, could be perceived as insulting in some media markets, depending on how the anti-censorship rules work. Since there's this software they have that's artificially intelligent, and it is artificed. It's not pacified. Wouldn't that be great if computer programming involved finding a misbehaving computer program and just beating it with your fists? Oh, that reminds me, Ben. I had a dream the other day. I had a dream you were punching me in the face repeatedly. Now I don't know if it was you, but I think it was supposed to look like you. I don't know, but somebody who punched you in the face a lot. I don't think he was trying to hurt you. And then I don't know for sure because I wasn't there, but I met this guy with a dog, and he was beating on the dog, and I didn't know why. And then I found out later on, it's to toughen up the muscles so that the dog is capable of be able to pull a sled, right? That's how they do it. And I was sitting there with the guy who was kindly enough helping me to arguably break the law. And I was sitting there waiting. I was wondering about this, like, why is he beating on the dog? I felt bad for the dog. I still kind of do, because shit, he was getting beat on so he could pull a sled. How exciting! But then the man very kindly explained to me what he was doing, and that he wasn't doing what he thought he was doing, but he had to act like he was abusing the dog because he wanted to make sure that I didn't know that he was a really soft touch man. He was really nice because he took the time. He took the time to explain something to me rather than just getting me high and then shifting me off to horticulture school. Horticulture school. T-I, cult. Camel Joe cigarettes.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I forget about it. Don't make the sound. Just move out. Now let's just power for real.
Camel Joe cigarettes. Bye. Lick, click. And now for this quick message.
This makes no sense and we just met. But I promise this time that you won't forget. Let's be a growing numbers and crazy, including jokes that make us laugh and chemistry. Is this called chemistry? I should biology. But all I know is we will get along like 1101110.
It's me again. I'm Jack. I'm a star. This is the part of the story unfolding as we speak, where I have a very strong appreciation and understanding for why I'm not allowed to go live about it. Not just because I don't have access to a global network of communication satellites, he lied, but also because I'm shy. I'm not really nervous, but I'm walking down the road. Christopher walking down the road, since my 7 vehicles have been stolen from me for the last 3 years. And rather than give them back, spurg lords who like to pimp out women for money have decided, I assume collectively, that the best thing to do is to jam my friend up and make her into a whore and have her beg me for money. Funny thing about that, I deserve to be paid. I'm good in bed. And I'm not the one soliciting. I don't have an arrangement with anybody. I don't. I've never had a regular booty call that I pay for. Never. I can understand how some people would settle for that. I never have. It's been arranged by others to make it look like I do. I don't. I don't even think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. I mean, having a booty call that you pay for. Is that like a what do they call that? I don't even know what it's called. I don't engage in prostitution either way. But if I did, I'd be the one getting the money. Just the one, whatever. Because I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. I'm a goddamn virgin. Kind of. And people like me. There's plenty of people who would just love to throw down $20, suck my dick, and then spray me with a strobe light and then cut my dick off and run. Like, they'll take it with them. They would. There's a bunch of women who are pissed at me. A bunch of men, too. Ooh, hey, big mad. Shelly, where's your pinky shears? They're not fond of me. They had a good thing going, they thought. And if it wasn't for that meddling Jack Michelson, they'd be living it up large. They'd have their pet whore on command. They'd have tons of spurg lord dope. They'd have fuck me dope. They'd have fuck you dope. They'd have forget everything you just did dope. They had a whole spice rack full of melange to make these women, make any woman actually, into a willing and forgetful key witness in an ongoing human trafficking investigation. That's how it used to be. It is not like that now. Pause for applause. Seriously. I would have done something. I would have done everything that I've done and plus more sooner. Had I but known, and had the Kraken been unleashed. Hi, that's me. I'm the Kraken. Temporarily, I'm the understudy. I don't like exploitation. Specifically, I don't like exploitation under color of law by bully fucking much money grubbing thugs who juice up women to make them into fucking whores. Or second horse, either one. Mostly because I'm not invited, but also because it's wrong. It's very wrong. Additionally, it has a destabilizing effect on society. Mostly because it has really pissed off lots of people. Not just me. Lots of people are pissed about it. They were not really aware, as so many were not, of the extent of the nature of the problem. It's a big fucking deal. And to the minds of many who have been living the sweet life for a long time, it's a catastrophe that these women are no longer as emotionally pliable and are more resilient than ever before. Plus, more plus. More plus. More. Bring out the kettle prods. Get them heifers on the seats. I want them champing and steering. So I don't think that it's going to be too much of a problem. In a world where I just had the phone call that I just had, that I tell some pretty off-color jokes. For example, calling women heifers. I think that's pretty cold, honestly. If I were not the current savior of all mankind, with the profoundly efficient and effective help of our Savior Jesus Christ, I don't know if you've seen him lately. I'm not his right-hand man. If he has a dick still, I got dibs on his horse. I heard he hung around with horse. I don't know how many he's got left, but I want one. Just one. Could you bring a kitten? That'd be great. Not real happy about the whole thing. And just because I know why things are the way they are, and the person who I just got off the phone with, or rather, the person who just hung up on me ignominiously after her 32nd or 33rd request for money was denied. It's not that she's not worth it. And it's not that if I gave her money, I wouldn't see her. It's that the only reason why she's calling is because that's her job. And she's pretending to be a whore. Whether or not she's pretending that she knows she's living under law or not. Either way, whatever kind of deal that woman used to have with anybody, she sure as shooting does not have the same kind of deal now. And since she revealed to me that she is insured by Blue Cross Blue Shield, I was more than happy to tell her, oh, that means you're police. Because blue, yeah, Red Cross, Blue Shield. It's not immediately apparent to most people, since they don't typically think about how the continental U.S. is populated by Americans that are so fucking stupid that they need to have everything color-coded and alphabetized, and they still fuck it up. I can see what Europe blasted us, for sure. It's pretty bad. The last few years have been nosedive off the cliff of Western civilization into a potted mess of sewage and filth and bile and disgusting. I grew up in the 70s. Well, technically I grew up yesterday, but I was not aware of how many parties I was not invited to. Even to this day, I don't know how much fun I miss out on. Although I've come to realize, well, it probably wasn't a whole lot of fun at all, given that the reason why I wasn't invited to parties was that cool shit happened there, and it would be a real downer for the undercover police that were populating that Potemkin-like village high school. It wouldn't be much fun for them to be at a party and then to have to still work, since everybody had been informed that there was a circumstance that I was not supposed to be knowing about. Oh, no. And for years I thought to myself, am I paranoid? I'm not that bad, am I? No. There really is is still a monolithic conspiracy, owned, operated, managed by pimp-mongering whore thugs, juicing up teenage girls with drugs to the fuck who they tell them to fuck. Real subtle, like. Since I guess it seems obvious in retrospect, or in retrospect, when I think about it. I've never been a pimp, so it never occurred to me to wonder, how do you maximize your pimp dollar? How do they do it? Not you, listener. Listener, you don't maximize your pimp dollar. You donate to the SPCA, if you donate anything at all. Rather, I think you should invest in something that's going to pay, because one of these days I'm going to say, okay, now it's time to pay me. And I expect there to be a flood of donations. I don't know if it's going to be a whole tax-free thing. That depends on how many keys to the city I earn. But my dream, very similar to Dr. Martin Luther King's dream, I want to bring back the Jerry Lewis telethon. It's going to be the Jerry Woodruff telethon, and it's going to be have a teddy bear motif, and it's going to be just like Jerry Lewis used to do. I don't know how many of you remember Jerry Lewis. I feel like sometimes I feel like the oldest person on the damn planet. He would get on TV, and for like 72 hours straight. Gee, I wonder if he was on coke. I don't know. I would imagine fucking something for 72 hours. And he would implore the viewers to donate to the March of Dimes. Whoosh. I believe that was for cerebral palsy, I think. Apparently cerebral palsy was, oh, there's a bird. Oh. Hi, Kirsten. Kirsten, I'm sorry for the things I say about you, and will continue to say. You're going to be the warhead of the future. You are going to be not a laughing stock, but yeah, I'm going to tell shitloads of jokes about you, or rather about. Oh my God, that's so cute. For one thing, I'm taking a picture of a dead bird on the ground. This one's dead. This one's not still twitching. Okay, lady. I'm not going to call the park ranger and ask for an EMT unit. But I did take pictures of the dead bird right on the side of the road with my feet in the foreground, or the foreground. But, and I'm wearing, in addition to a pair of Crocs, Crocs. Dogs find out I'm wearing Crocs, they come running in case they can get some of that self-esteem leaking out. I'm wearing Crocs of a color to be named later on in this broadcast. And I'm wearing two socks. One's white and one's black. Actually, one's eggshell, but whatever. Maybe beige. Not sure. So, one dark and one white sock, and then a picture of a bird. It's a cardinal bird, which means that bird, and the fact that it's just laying there waiting for me to see it, that bird is one of my friends who used to be human, arguably, and then died, definitely, doing something stupid, and then they were reincarnated as a bird. Cardinal birds. Some birds are cardinals. Some bishops are cardinals. A cardinal, card and all, a cardinal is a religious figure who is a big deal. They're a card-carrying religious figure. How many of you remember Michael Dukakis? Michael Dukakis. And Olympia Dukakis. Michael and Olympia. I'm telling you, I'll be able to do 144-hour telethons. The jokes just write themselves, since they have been written for me already. It took so long for people to figure out what they needed to do. I'm pretty sure up in heaven, where all my friends are, looking down on me, like they do, and have always done, looking down on me, because they're so much better than me. Yeah, they got plenty of time to patch and repatch and rework the narrative scheme of my life, since rather than do the obvious thing, which is take the money and run to the best little whorehouse on the border of Idaho and Washington State and blow my mother's money on coke and whores, which is, of course, what everybody thinks that I want to do. However, that's largely because I planned ahead of time to give everyone that impression. Since once I figured out that something's fucked up on this fucking planet, I figured I'd better be ready, just in case. Just in case everybody else fucked up. Historically, that does happen, and as unlikely as it may seem that the bloodline descendant of Hercules, who had a tested IQ of 176 at age 3, as unlikely as it may seem that I was neatly positioned after just sitting by the river watching the world go by for 35 fucking years, mysteriously, I'm the smartest person around. And I'm ambitious. Oh yeah. So I don't know how things were supposed to go. It appears to have been something like the Alpha Draconis come back and they take control of the planet again, and humanity's re-enslaved. Mysteriously, that is the plot to Battlefield Earth. I don't know if you saw the movie. Fucked up, because obviously all the people who made it on hella drugs, John Travolta, who is my blood cousin. Hi, John. I like John Travolta. Really do. I don't know anything about him. I'd never talked to him. He nevertheless manifests as my cousin. Not lately, right? But I didn't notice my cousin was him until I was in my 30s or 40s. I was talking to him, or rather, I was making noises that approximated speech while he looked at me like I was an idiot in a zoo. Some kind of weird, freaking talking monkey that he had to pay attention to, and then bossed me around, since that's what he thought I was good for. He probably still does, if he thinks about me at all. I looked at him and I said really asked, this man is an imbecile. How did that happen? Oh, that's right. He's a wrencher, and he's a mason, and he's in a death cult, and he huffs paint. Allegedly. I don't think he huffs it. I think he spams it right at the butt. But that was a long time ago. So I'm thinking to myself, how is this guy such a moron? And then I noticed, oh my God, he's George Walda. He's a spitting image. He looks just like him. And then I interrupted him, not saying anything, to say, dude, damn, you look just like John Travolta. And I was saying it admiringly. Not just because I was impressed with myself for noticing, because I know how these things happen. It was just simply divine timing. I was ready to know the truth. My cousin is John Travolta's future past life. After he dies, he goes to heaven and realizes, oh, okay, I'll go back. And then he's my cousin. And he's an even bigger sweat hog asshole than he was the first time. But I love them both. So the upshot of this is, these jokes that I'm telling, and I am telling, and they are jokes, these are good jokes. This is quality humor. He doesn't think so. Fuck no. His friends that are, whatever the fuck they do to fucking spurred off Masons that are out high on control dope, they're probably not laughing either. They're probably, well, they're either making number 1 or number 2 in their pants, and it's a secret wish. Because they're all fucked. Everything I'm saying is true. They don't know that for certain. And even if it is, maybe I'll make good on it. I'm not required to save y'all. I mean, I'd like to. Of course, I wanted to several years ago. Some of my friends were alive then, or at least good-looking clones I could have been banging. That means sex. That doesn't mean hitting them with a needle and then fucking them after their defense has been taken down. Although apparently that's what true love is for a lot of people around here. You get a woman, you get her high, then you fuck her. She doesn't remember a thing, and then you move on to the next one. That's the Masonic way. It's a secret. Apparently that's fucking true, or at least it was. Not that I'm disappointed that my heroes have been shown to be abject fucking cowards and bitch slaughtered, hippie thuggy fucking whoremongers. That's kudos. That's not a big deal. The big deal is that these fuckheads, literal fuckheads, and now I know why Carol O'Connor used to call Rob Reiner a meathead. You know, in the family. Now I know why. Holy shit. I did not know that that's what we fought World War II for. Oh shit, yeah, this stuff's been around the whole time. I didn't know. They just said, oh yeah, don't do that one, don't do that one, don't do that one. So I immediately thought, okay, I'm going to find out what the fuck those do. Took a while, but the idea that, you mix it with a little bit of Kool-Aid and some grape jelly, and suddenly you can have any woman your total life slave for her life. Yeah. Well, not any goddamn more. Okay. Those of you who grew up wanting to be able to drug women and rape them, and take photos of them and put them on Facebook and Instagram and laugh about it with friends. Those of you who grew up aspiring to be such captains of industry, pick another planet, bozo. Not in the fucking mood. No one else is either. And surprise, you're on candid camera. Candid camera. No shame in it. You just got raped by Michael Koozie.
You seem the perfect balance, and it's like they still see you as like you're, you know, like their person, and like even though there's a separation here, you know, that's the lens they're looking through too. Of course, it's like they see you as their person. Like it hasn't been either.
Their person. That's what really gets me about the culture of rape on planet Earth. It's kind of subtle at first, unless you know that's what's going on. All these terror readers on YouTube who all work together as a unit because they're all working for the one world government. Satan. Hi, Satan. Person. Thanks. I don't worship Satan. Satan worships me. Anyway, it says, roll openly. Your person, their person, your person. That's your person. Evidently, these things are decided in advance by high-level spurtheads who, in conclave, after throwing darts at a fucking dartboard with pictures on it, apparently they decide where my dick goes. And they're in a position to believe that people who don't behave the appropriate way, they don't get to keep their person. And unbeknownst to me, these fucking psychotic freaks are actually in a position to make this shit happen. Like, fuck. Why bother wearing deodorant? Well, number one, it's not expensive. Number two, I like smelling good too. But somehow, while I wasn't paying attention, or never at all in the first place, this planet has become one where might makes right, 3 right turns make a left, stop by the corner grocery store, grab yourself some pixie stick dust, dump it in the needle, and anybody with the right formula and the right gauge and needle and a complete lack of moral standing or turpitude or fucking common sense, you just walk up to a woman, ding, she's yours for life, which apparently isn't very long, considering that in addition to conquering virtue, whatever fucking passes for Masonic intelligence these days, they conquer death too. So I guess they do a little ritual, and they make sure the extraterrestrial Zeta-Reticulans or the Arcturians or whatever the fuck, that they are the ones passing the divine. There's the divine and the divine rape lord gods and the Greek pantheon and the Hindu pantheon, whatever the fuck Ganeshan has his friends with. The elephant dude. The elephant with the big trunk for a nose. There's also God, the creator of creation, the maker of all life, the source of all life, the love of all actual God. That's my BFF. Having the opportunity to do so, I chose to embrace strict monotheism. So, move over, Yahweh. Scoot on over, Jehovah. We're going to get tentacle raped by Ganesha's trunk.
Time or something like that. It's just, or it's like they remember you like it's yesterday or something like that, and it's really overwhelming for them. It's like just all of a sudden, it's like sort of delayed.
Yeah.
Kind of delayed.
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked too.
they've been very sort of like bossy or dictatorial. They're very overwhelmed that they were that way with you.
Yeah.
They were blind to something, and it's kind of like they were blind because they failed to see the side.
Here's why. God has a funny way of helping people out to learn the lessons that they're here to learn. And somehow, that critical mass of humanity managed to avoid certain core fundamental lessons, like, don't be a fucking raping asshole.
I feel like this person, I feel like they pride themselves on being someone that is.
Here's an easy thing you can do to add to your routine.
This guy.
So that you age better, or maybe better.
I don't know how he is, this guy.
Age very much.
But
I'm Dave Allen.
I bet he knows about this
More
stuff.
than that, and more, like advanced than that. I feel like they see themselves as somebody who is intelligent, and I feel like they felt like you were intelligent, but it's like they drew some type of line here where they were.
I am intelligent.
Yeah, they drew some type of line where it's like all of a sudden your perspective or your take on a situation was, disregarded you. They disregarded someone that they really respect and that they really love.
Here's why. I declined the opportunity to start sucking cock. Now, as fun as it must be, I simply wasn't prepared to do that at the time, nor am I still yet prepared. Tomorrow is not looking good either. All right? No, it's not all right. A lot of people are not real happy about sucking cock. Apparently they didn't read the fine print and didn't realize. Oh, they mean more than once. Yeah, they do. Having read the occasional book and now being a sex addict, yeah, I'm just not going to do that today. And tomorrow I'm probably not going to have to either. For one thing, I smell bad. My teeth are disgusting. I don't have the best attitude. I'm not feeling romantic, and neither are they. Wink, wink, right? So there's been something of a schism between myself and the men who stare at ghosts who pay good cash money to have sex with women.
Often they see as someone that is, a perfect match. They just do.
Yeah, I'm the perfect match. And then a whole bunch of pimpy thuggy boys, they think she's a good match too. Hey. And I guess once you've attained the peak of human advancement, you can buy drugs, you can give them to women, you can rape them to death. Nobody asks a second question, and if they do, you can kill them too. And if people talk about it, you tell them to shut up. I guess that's top level Freemasonry now. Fuck. Well, fortunately, I'm not like that, nor do I have to be. And surprisingly, to those who think that that's all that life has to offer, well, it's all that life has to offer them, since at some point they abandoned any semblance of humanity they have left and are now roving pimp thug gangs like in Clockwork Orange, worshipping at the feet of Satan and driving their Teslamobiles and thinking that that's what just people do now. And anybody who disagrees, let's get him! Yeah, that's me. They haven't gotten me. Wow, it's a Cadillac. That's a truck. I used to have a vehicle. Yeah, so declining to participate in the satanic homosexual agenda and being a sorcerer who knows what to do. I simply annihilated that agenda. Not nearly as hard as you might think for me. And not nearly as spurring my population growth or my popularity as one might think. No, some guys are downright upset about it. And then they're so high on their own dope and their fucking huge fucking egos blown out of proportion. They actually think they're going to do something about it. I guess they are. They're gonna stand around and seethe while I don't get laid. I smoke whatever fucking drugs I want. Right now I'm going to buy some weed. Then I'm going to buy some coffee. Then I'm going to buy some cigarettes. I'm going to smoke those too. And I'm not going to clean my house that was vandalized by a bunch of vandal thugs, leaving a big mess. I think there's a whole shitload of drugs and money in my house. I think they've left it there, scattered amongst the trash, like atoms after a star destroyer explodes. And I've been exhorted by uber pimpy thuggies to clean the house. First, they want me to leave the house, get a job, because they wanted me to be not there while they use the house for their own purposes, which was using it for a whorehouse and leaving evidence and blaming me for it later. Now, they want me to clean the house. Well, I don't give a fuck what they fucking want. They're fucking pimp lords who fucking rape women. They're lucky they're still fucking breathing. I'm not nearly as angry about it as you might think, since I have one. But I hate thinking about it. It's just a disgusting outcome, and I don't think it's this bad anywhere else. Since this is the land of the 6 rivers. This is the new rock bottom. There are 6 rivers that go through here, Cowlitz and Columbia and Boulder, and they run off into the ocean to the west. And they come down the hills, and they've been doing it for a long time. And I believe that all of the water rushing has created something of a hydroponic hellmouth. Because this place is, it's like one more remake of The Shining away from being Stephen King's Dairy. And in fact, I think that this is, in fact, the place he was talking about. If it wasn't before, it is now. Stephen King was very, he was very nice enough to change his Dark Tower magnum opus into one in which he himself was playing a role in the story. Which, I don't know if he knew this, but it allowed other writers to jump into his universe. And that's me. Hi, I'm Michael Kuzi. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, I can spell. They stole my typewriter, I don't give a shit. I can talk to. I'm not friends with Steve.
Hey, just want to let everybody know, I found another place on Facebook where my life's been hacked, which is disappointing.
King, but I don't call him Steve-O much. And when I saw him at a grocery store, he looked like he had just come back from his car crash, or from the van attack, because he was walking on the side of the road and he got hit by a van, and apparently almost died. Well, I think he did die and went to heaven, and then came back eventually. I think the funny thing about heaven is that it's outside of time and space, the way normal things are, and then death isn't really anyway. So I'm pretty sure it was him from the past in the future of himself, and he was in heaven, which was at that time the place where I took my friend to go get some snacks. But I haven't seen him since. That's my life. No, I saw him once more time. So I think that there's been some sort of a merger of all these words: the fantasy world of Stephen King and the real world of Stephen King, and my world, which yeah, smoke if you got it, folks. It's 1919 on a Sunday, May 18th. There's 33 minutes left on this one. I'll do it later. I don't need to comment on every single Keto video, but if I do, I'll have a career for another 441 years. I don't have to write a single word. I don't have to get a publishing contract. I don't have to do anything. Since I get paid in kisses, I don't need to get paid in money. Although money would be nice. Yeah, because that's what I used to buy weed. Do I sound like a man who knows how to grow a plant? No. Click.
I almost feel like a little bit like you're getting somebody back by telling the truth. Getting, you know. Card, King of Wands, the Knight of Wands.
It's a little wands.
Sag energy here.
Yes,
Aries, Leo, Sag, Libra, and then of course this Capricorn energy.
Get along like
to transmute the karma of something, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to write a book, or I'm going to... Pentacles, evening the score. Some of you have a triangle going on here.
Still don't know how to go. 'Cause all I know is all I know is to get along like 1101 110 1101 100 1101 110 1101.
Made to like upset the apple cart. Taurus. Taurus energy, by and large, seeks stability and safety. And one of the things that comes with the territory with
Safety.
Taurus is learning
Yeah, safety.
when and
What?
Aries
Oh.
is in your 12th house. When Saturn moves in there, Saturn brings kind of the same energy to each of the houses, each of the signs.
But not in my case because I have my Mercury is in Aries, which means something. Not everybody has Mercury in Aries, but when they do, they talk a lot and stuff. I like that song. I like that song a lot. I'm not gonna hear it again, but yeah, we're gonna hear it again.
I know this makes no sense and we just met. But I promise this time that you won't forget. There's reoccurring moments in everything we say, including jokes that make us laugh at our chemistry. Is this called chemistry?
Spiritually strong. Like I said, someone underestimated your rank.
Hi.
Somebody thought she was a small town
Hi.
type of spiritual gal or guy.
I guess I'm a guy.
Realize who they was f***ing with, child.
Get along like 110
Ciao. Someone was doing magic on you, some sort of ritual, and it's backfiring. You're just spiritually strong. Your rank. Somebody thought she was a small town
Hi.
type of spiritual gal or guy. I had plenty of warnings. This person got a demon. They need to be someone needs help.
Yeah, about the demon. Try to relax.
Someone was doing magic on you, some sort of ritual,
Oh, boy.
and it's backfiring.
Get along like
They do not know who you are.
No,
Somebody here,
you have no idea.
they've hit the end of the road.
Oh. Well,
They had plenty.
Someone that's feeling really trapped whenever it comes to you. It looks like this person is just now realizing the importance of the relationship between you and them.
oh yeah.
It looks like there's also a lot of attraction that they're
Oh,
feeling
oh yeah.
for you at this
Well,
time. And they
hopefully I'm attracted to a
feel very
bathtub.
confused. This
I predict I need a bath.
And there's a lot of energy here of them wanting to return to you.
Oh.
This person thinks you are very beautiful
Well, thanks, honey.
kind-hearted and charming.
Well,
Expect a
thanks.
message.
Oh,
Someone is feeling really.
thanks. Okay, so you go down I-5 and you get off at, well, wherever you want, really. But you take the exit. That's not Area 51. Okay, and then you go west like a mile, maybe half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, somewhere like that. And then on your right, or your left, depending on. Anyway, you've been here before. You've been here. You may not remember how you left. However, I'm confident that if you bring your kids, you're not going to have a good time. You're not. No, the kids. I remember when I was a kid, a younger child. I remember then, and I was oftentimes brought with my parents to locations where they would visit people, and I found it uniformly boring, tedious in the extreme. So I don't think that that's what anybody wants to do again, right? And then certainly I enjoy children. He lied, and I don't know anytime soon where I'll be making dinner. Someday I expect to make dinner. You know who really impressed me? Mongo. Not all of you know who that is, but that's good. That's good. He made one hell of a dinner. He did a really good job, and that was one of the most awkward meals that I enjoyed ever. I didn't hate it, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck? What the fuck? And now I know. Oh, yeah, it was awkward. Oh yeah, real awkward. Now, hopefully, it's not going to be awkward again, nor do I think it's a great time for me to travel to another island. It might not be there when I get there. Click, click, click. Yeah, there's a click on the island for sure. Click.
Okay. Does this thing work? Hello? Oh, shit. Oh, oh my God. Hello? Okay, we don't want that. We don't want that. I'm going to find out. Okay, hang on. Hello? 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 Okay. I don't think that that's echoing down. I'm not really sure. There's no one else here, which is real pity. Hi. Now, of the people who are watching, there's 4. I got 4 listeners. Wow. Cool. If anybody would like to talk to me in a way that I can hear them and confess their many sins and their crimes, let's just say I've been happier about things that I've discovered. Oh look. Now here we can see what it looks like when I do my divination shit, which I got coins. Thanks to the U.S. Treasury for making the best damn currency ever. Oh, I don't know how many of you know about the stuff that's on the back of the quarters. It's so cool what they do. They got there's a quarter, and then here, oh look, well it's reversed, which is unfortunate, but it's a gun. That one's a gun. Well, actually, it's a saber, but there's a gun there. And then I'm in the sauna at Gaylord's. Hey Jedi, how are you? Now, are you still claiming to be a Jedi? Because I'm just being nice, and I didn't want to call you a joke. No. I mean that seems a bit much, since I'm not sure which one you are. The same thing that's been done to me has been done to everybody. I'm just the one who's noticing, and I'm in a position to do something about it. Really? Nobody? Come on. All right, let's get another quarter. Let's find out what's wrong with people. Oh, now this one, I don't know what this one's good for. This is like a shield of some kind. A shield. Yeah, what do I know? What do I know about shields? Right? And then there's another quarter here. Let's see. Oh, it's another gun. The ones with gun, I'm going to tell you, these are my favorite quarters. They have, they don't actually have a gun on them, but. Well, thanks. I'm glad for that. SK. Oh, hi, Kirsten. What's your name now? You know, I don't think it's necessary to be this super delicious. See, because what happens is there's all this dead air, and then it's boring. And then since you're also interested, that's better. Since you're also interested in messing with my shit and not telling me how things work and ignoring my questions and laughing, it seems like somebody would be interested in telling me, what the fuck is it that I'm looking at? Like, hello? I guess is that personal proprietary information that you can't share or something? You all take an oath not to describe how the radio and broadcasting intelligence agency works. That'd be fair. I believe that. If you're not interested in telling people how you're, I'm going to be around seasons. Glad to see that. I think I'm blushing. Or maybe that's cyanosis. I don't know. I think it's just like color balance. Which, let me guess, is in charge. Somebody else is in charge of that. Morgan did something wrong. Morgan. Is Morgan a Canadian? That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But that would explain things. Do you all want to see what I'm doing, or not? Other than various drugs. Yay, drugs! It shouldn't really be a problem, but oh my God, Jackstar, you're doing drugs? How dare you? How absolutely dare you? Oh, who would have thought such a thing could happen? Okay, now I can hear people talking. I can't really hear it.
I can sense with my spider sense. I can tell that people are trying to talk to me, and they're not talking to me, they're talking to somebody else, which I find to be uncouth, unkind, unclever, uncouth. I don't really think that's a good idea. Is there anybody else too? Yeah, it's just me. What do you know? Just me. All right. Well, let's look what we got here. Because even if you do Apple. Hi. So we've got a mirrored camera, and worry about that later. And then there's these two, and there's that one, and there's these four, and then that one. Oh, how did that move? Oh, because of the wind. Cool. Now, what I just had is I got a bunch of quarters on me. Because I planned ahead. Peach! That's what I want. Hi, Peach. That's kind of a princess. Oh, there's even a star there. You see that? Probably not. No, it's light. There's a star on the bottom of this plastic cap, which apparently is not strong enough to hold wind. Okay, now there's a peach there, and then here there's a blue dot. Let's see. This one, this quarter, this was important. Shenandoah. Can anybody tell me what happened at Shenandoah? Because I'm guessing it's pretty damn important. And the fact that it has Shoah, that's part of the name. Shoah. I'm guessing it lives or died. Typically, that's usually involved with making put it on. Oh, Richard got grapefruit. What does that mean? Does that mean he got raped by a woman and now he's polite to them, or what? I tentatively would be okay with that. Not that I'm really not a fan of sexual assault in any way. Other than as apparently as a teaching technique, it's immensely effective. All right. Now, if you'd like to test out a sauce smoking, you send a self-addressed stamped envelope along with your request written on a 3x5 mead note card. Please stop smoking. What's going on? And then I'll see what I can do. Okay? I don't really need to smoke, but I think it would look weird if I didn't. Additionally, I also don't need to have skateboards. Right? But I will point out that the skateboards are pointing at a lawnmower that's buried in the grass, which I think is a marvelously ironic touch. I don't know how many of you knew that I could do this. I also don't watch windows. I also apparently don't wash. Are y'all going to be this reticent to details? Vague things about vague people. Frankly, it's disappointing. I mean, I can just shut the stream down if that makes you feel better. Although I struggle to believe that anybody's actually listening. Don't know how many people are listening. Oops. Back from the top.
grapefruit. I don't know what that means. And I don't know who any of these people are, or either of them. I feel like I really missed out by not going to orientation. Well, I'm just gonna have to play it by ear. Okay. Now I'm going to Ajikun. I don't think you can see Ajikun. But I don't know, maybe you see my whole fucking screen. I get the feeling that nobody ever has a plan for what happens when I do something unexpected that messes everything up. Since, you know, I'm just going to continue living my life. And then if there's something wrong, I can only really tell by the sudden disappearance of several star clusters into a black hole, I guess. Oh, good. Now, James, anything? Nope. Nope. Yeah, I guess I just don't get to know. Disappointing. Now, I imagine that somewhere there's another pirate stream where somebody has taken everything I'm doing. You can't really see my lips move. So probably somebody else can say whatever they want while I'm standing here or sitting here. And then that's how they do things, I guess. That seems like a bad nightmare come true, really. I'm going to assume that there's been some sort of misunderstanding, that it doesn't bode ill for the future. I don't know what would be ill in this context. I do know that the lack of feedback is devastating. So whoever's in charge of not telling me what's going on is going to be on the hook for my conceivable lawsuit for lost wages and earning potential. Which obviously there's money to be made. Otherwise, none of you people would be doing it, since I'm not putting out. It can't be that satisfying to humiliate me and torture me. I mean, I'm sure there's no other dopamine like it in the world, but it probably doesn't pay the bills, right? And as most of you know, bills do need to get paid. And speaking of which, those of you who are aware that I owe $500.21, well, it's more like 300 something. That's on board right now. I cannot make an external transfer until 1 to 2 business days pass, because I have to set up the account so it moves over. But I can assure you the Red Canoe Credit Union, best credit union, I think, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to check with that on that. But that will be remedied soon. If I had a vehicle nearby, if only I had a vehicle. If only I had a vehicle. If I had a hammer and a vehicle. Yeah. Morgan has never given me drugs. So, there's that. And then, what business is it of yours? And how is it that you imagine that you're in any position to care? Can you identify yourself? Also, you forgot the question mark, which invalidates your entire theory. I don't think this is a good way to do things. Also, I think premise is ill-formed. Hello? Disappointment is extreme. Now that I can't do. Oh, so the place where you restream this is someplace super secret. Oh, well, I'll cooperate by lowering the curtain. I can do that. See, that's why this is this way, because I have a curtain. Curtains are very important when putting on production. When you say, very important to have a curtain, because if you don't have a curtain, you can't have a curtain call, right? You can't have a curtain call if there's no curtain. Hi. Remember me? Hi. Remember me? Remember me? Remember me? Yeah, I think you do. Hi. What you've been doing pales in comparison to other acts of malfeasance that have happened throughout the world. Just today, I'm sure. But nevertheless, it's still kind of nasty. It's kind of lame. An application that entheogenic compounds used for entheogenic purposes. I mean, it'd be different if I was trying to say, oh, look at my stream, I'm on drugs, woo! I'm not on drugs, I'm on Earth. That's beside the point. The whole chilling effect that you're doing here, it's not nice. It's unkind. It's uncouth. It's unpleasant. And considering how many years this kind of bullshit's been going on. Well, I will say this. You definitely don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, look, I'm here twice. Cool. There. Oh. Bit of an echo. Oh, it's better. Not perfect, but better. Turn this one down. And turn that one up. Hello? That's better. Not ideal, but now why is it so quiet? Why is the sound of my voice being so immensely muted? Why is it not louder? Why is it not working the way it ought to? Now, I mean, it could be pilot error. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I really think that it's probably something else. I think it could be. It could be something immensely unlawful. Yeah. Now, rather than make a big stink about it, I mean, why would I tell the cops? Obviously, the police know, right? And then it could be that they're not as adept at stealing shit as they think they are. Maybe there's this new level of malfeasance that they have just recently learned about, right? I don't think that it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty lame. And what's more, people who know all about it, well, apparently they just can't be bothered to explain. I guess you're all kind of busy, are you? Well, the nice thing is I could do this again and again and again until bad actors are rousted for their position of power, where they abuse their power. And, you know, it's not really very nice. It's downright cruel. It's unusual. It's punishing. It's unkind. Oh yeah. Now I wonder how I would get access to my chat. Oddly enough, I don't have access to that. Or maybe I do. I don't know. If only I had put my dick into somebody who knows something about how this works. Maybe I could have, told her various things. That would have been cool. Now, does anybody want to know what I'm looking at? Oh, look. Oh, it's reversed. I got to That's better. Yeah, now you can read it. Good. That's what I want. Oh, good. Now, I don't know how much more efficacy I can get out of the today's results. Things are about to get real interesting. Okay. See, I can blow up my own curtain. Isn't that cool? I thought that would work out, right? So, I don't know the identities of these people. We've got Star Wars agent, Big City's clever. Shinji Ikari. I think that's possibly Dan and Joe. Maybe. Probably not. I mean, what do I know? I'm just a Beatle junkie, right? Now, here's what happens if I don't get satisfaction. Today, I start making a big fuss about things that I've been happy to look at. I didn't really mind so much. But now that I see how it all fits together, I kind of mind. And there certainly are things that I do mind about. The curtain not going down as fast as I would like sometimes. Sometimes it seems to take a little while to respond to gravity. That's fine. And then this is a work in progress here. After all, I'm not really trying to make a living off this. I don't know how I would monetize anything, nor do I know what I have to pay in order to do that. There. I can't wait until this comes out in the news. You know, somebody will probably say something to somebody, and it'll be